Namaskar. Welcome to IMD's daily weather briefing. So here we are discussing about the weather observed during the past 24 hours. So yesterday the maximum temperature recorded around 39 to 41 degree over many parts of Gujarat state, West Rajasthan, and 38 to 40 degree range over some part of Southeast Rajasthan, Vidarbha, and Konkan and Goa. And heat wave conditions observed in some pockets, and with severe heat wave conditions observed in isolated pockets over Saurashtra and Saurashtra Kutch region, and heat wave to severe heat wave conditions observed in some pockets over the Konkan and Goa and West Rajasthan, and heat wave conditions observed in isolated pockets over Gujarat region. Maximum temperature were above normal by 3 to 4 degrees Celsius at most places over the Punjab, Uttarakhand, and at many places over Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Gilgit, Baltistan, Muzaffarabad, and at few places over Himachal Pradesh, West Rajasthan, and Saurashtra and Kutch, and isolated places over East Rajasthan and Gujarat region. So here we can see the satellite imagery, and which we can see the major synoptic systems as today. So once cyclonic circulation can be seen over the UP and near to the neighborhood, and one cyclonic circulation can be seen in Bangladesh and neighborhood, and another cyclonic circulation can be seen in the southwest Bay of Bengal and over equatorial Indian Ocean, and the cyclonic circulation likely to develop into a low pressure area. So the major highlights of the weather. So likely formation of a low pressure area over equatorial Indian Ocean and adjoining southwest Bay of Bengal in the next 24 hours, and heat wave to severe heat wave conditions in some parts of the Saurashtra, Kutch, Konkan, West Rajasthan, and heat wave conditions over West Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat region, East Rajasthan, and Odisha. Maximum temperature forecast. Over Konkan and Gujarat region, no significant change in maximum temperature likely over the next 2 days, and gradual fall in the temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius thereafter, and rise in maximum temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius likely over many parts of northwest India and West Madhya Pradesh in next 2 days, and no significant change thereafter, and no significant change in maximum temperature over interior Maharashtra during next 2 days, and rise in temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius thereafter, and gradual rise in maximum temperature by 2 to 3 degrees very likely over most parts of east and northeast India in next 3 days, and no significant change thereafter. There was no significant change in maximum temperature over rest part of the country. Heat wave warning. Heat wave conditions to severe heat wave condition very likely to prevail in some parts of West Rajasthan during 15th to 17th, and heat wave conditions likely to prevail in isolated pockets over the region on 18th. Heat wave conditions to severe heat wave condition very likely to prevail in isolated pockets over Konkan and Saurashtra Kutch on 15th, and heat wave conditions likely in isolated pockets over the region on 16th March. Heat wave condition very likely to prevail in isolated pockets over Gujarat region, West Madhya Pradesh during 15th to 17th, and over East Rajasthan on 16th and 17th, and over Odisha on during 16th to 18th March. Weather systems and forecast. A low pressure area likely to form over the Equatorial Indian Ocean and adjoining southwest Bay of Bengal in next 24 hours, and under its influence, scattered to widespread rainfall activity very likely over Andaman Nicobar Islands during 15th to 19th March, and with isolated thunderstorm lightning on 18th to 19th March, and isolated heavy rainfall also likely over the region on 19th March. And strong winds with a wind speed reaching to 40 to 50 km and gusting to 60 km likely to prevail over the South Andaman Sea on 19th March. Forecast for other part of the country. Weather likely to remain dry over most part of the country except light isolated rainfall over Kerala and Mahi during next 5 days, and over South India, Karnataka during 17 to 19th and 18 to 19 March over Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal. Strong winds likely to prevail over the plains of the northwest India on 16th and 17th March. So we have seen that severe heat wave conditions likely over West Rajasthan and Konkan, and impact expected. Heat wave can cause moderate health concern for vulnerable people, infants, elderly people with chronic diseases. So increase the likelihood of the heat illness symptoms in people who are exposed to sun for a prolonged period and doing the heavy work. Action suggested: avoid heat exposure and avoid dehydration. Drink sufficient water. Wear lightweight, light-colored, loose cotton clothes and cover the head by use of the cloth, hat or umbrella. Use ORS, homemade or other homemade drinks like lassi, rice water, lemon water, buttermilk, etc. to keep oneself hydrated. In the graphical warning, we can see that today orange alert given to Saurashtra, Kutch and Konkan region, and yellow alert is given to West Rajasthan, Gujarat and West Madhya Pradesh. Tomorrow, yellow alert and heat wave warning is given for the Saurashtra, Kutch, Gujarat, West Rajasthan, East Rajasthan, West Madhya Pradesh and Konkan region. And 17th March, heat wave warning and yellow alert is given on West Rajasthan, East Rajasthan, West Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat region and Odisha. And 18th March, heat wave warning is given to West Rajasthan, Odisha, and thunderstorm warning is issued for the Kerala. And 19th, the thunderstorm warning is issued for Kerala. So IMD's weather-related information can be accessible through the Mausam app, Damini app, Magdud app, and our website. Thank you, everyone.